Hola, hola, ¿cómo están? Hola, buenos días, Alejandra, ¿cómo están? ¿Cómo están? A ver, vine rapidito, siempre digo rápido, pero me quedo como más tiempo de lo que planeo. ¿De qué quieren platicar hoy? Hola, Etsy. Lo digo al revés por Etsy. Hola, ¿cómo está? Buenos días, Norma, buenos días. Más bien, buenas tardes aquí en donde estoy yo. Casi a las 12 de la tarde, yo estoy en hora del este, estoy en Norte Carolina. Buenos días, Adri, buenos días, buenos días. Bueno, ok. Creo que hoy tengo señal. Así es que aprovechen si tienen preguntas. Bien, bien, también, bien, gracias. Ah, ¿de qué temas quisieran que habláramos más? Creo que hablamos mucho de lo que es DACA, el permiso de viaje, Advance Parole, y también hablamos sobre ajuste de estatus, que es cuando se tramita la residencia aquí dentro de Estados Unidos, pero también creo que como comunidad indocumentada también hay muchos otros temas de los que podríamos tratar. Solamente que no nos preguntan también. Y así si ustedes nos preguntan ya nos ponemos a investigar un poquito más. Hi Gloria, Gloria, you're the top viewer. You're top 2 viewer. It says, does the approval letter have 2 pages or one? It's 2 pages. Sometimes we've seen people get one. Sometimes we've seen people get 2. I had multiple entries, so I got 2. Ok, si tienen preguntas y quieren hacerlas no públicas, quieren platicar con nosotros, pueden hacer una llamada con nosotros, una cita con nosotros personalmente. Dice, ¿cómo es el cambio de estatus? Es cuando una persona, preferiblemente un hijo mayor de 21 años ciudadano o un esposo ciudadano, tramita la residencia y con entrada legal se hace el cambio de estatus, adjustment of status, porque se tramita aquí dentro de los Estados Unidos. Sin esa entrada legal se tiene que hacer proceso consular. Dice, hola, yo voy a meter recién lo de AP, pero me dijeron que podía sacar mi récord del FBI. Sí, puedes sacar se llama FOIA, FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, del FBI. Tienes que poner huellas para que lo saquen. También están los de CBP, lo de Customs Border Patrol, y está lo de USCIS. Do you guys have an AP guide? Yes, we do, Andy. We have it. It is on Dreamers2gether official. So the help that we have there is you can ask your questions, you can look at the guides, you can look at the videos. You can do everything on your own, but you just have to invest the time. Read through the information, ask your questions, get to know the process. You can do it all by yourself. Now, if you don't want to do all that by yourself and you want us to help you, we can do that also. But the group is a do-it-yourself group with our help. You just have to read the information. Ok, dice, necesito hacer mi AP, pero yo no sé por dónde empezar. Para empezar, necesitas una razón válida para poder tramitar Advance Parole. ¿Cuál va a ser tu razón, Jacqueline? No, no puede ser antes de los 21. Puedes juntar la evidencia, pero no puedes mandar los papeles hasta que tengan 21 años. Dice, the guide is on Facebook. Yes, Andy, the guide is on Facebook. I'm coming back driving. How does that work? Adri, whenever you come back, ¿cómo se llama? Whenever you come back, whenever you come through the border, either you can walk in or drive, and they'll ask you to also go to secondary inspection, or what we call el cuartito. They'll inspect you there. They'll stamp your passport or your AP document, and then you're good to go. Dice, hola, after AP, is there an alternative way to adjust other than marriage? So the easiest way is by marriage or child over 21. If you don't have either or, sadly, DACA by itself with advanced parole, there is no pathway through for citizenship with just DACA and advanced parole. Now, if you came into the United States to start with legally and have not accrued unlawful presence, more than 180 days of unlawful presence, then you can try to do it through employment-based sponsorship, but it is very hard to do it that way because you have to have a certification stating that there's nobody else that can do your job. But other than that, there's honestly not another way. Tengo varios tíos enfermos o visitar la tumba de mi abuelito. Todas esas razones, Jacqueline, ponlas juntas. Solamente consigue las notas médicas de tus tíos y el acta de nacimiento de ellos y de tu papá o de tu mamá para comprobar tu parentesco con ellos. Y también puedes agregar la tumba de tu abuelito. Necesitas el acta de nacimiento de tu abuelito, de tu mamá o de tu papá y su acta de difunción. Dice, my DACA was renewed within 7 days, but my I-485 is still pending. I've sent everything on my side. This may be off topic, but is there anything I can do or if I can call? Are you doing adjustment of status? Dice Eli, question about the Fifth Circuit. Do we know when a decision would be made? I'm a little confused. No, Ale, I'm actually a little confused as you are. There's a lot of speculation about what's going to happen, but nothing official just yet. So let's just give them some time. It's almost going to be nearly impossible for them to take DACA away. Because honestly, they depend on us financially as well. So. Dice, ¿puedo aplicar solo para visitar la tumba de mi papá? Verónica, si la tumba de si tu padre ya tiene más de 2 años que falleció, te recomendamos que agregues otra razón, ya que inmigración dice que después de 2 años ellos ya no lo consideran una razón humanitaria o urgente. They have to stamp passport and AP letter. Adri, sometimes when they do at the border officials are not very familiar with AP, and sometimes they won't stamp either or. So ask them if they can stamp them. Yes, through your spouse. Okay, yes. So you can contact Emma and see if you can do an expedite. What do I need if I want to visit my grandma's tombstone? How long ago has it been, Jessica, since she passed? You will need your mom or dad's birth certificate, your grandma's birth certificate, and the death certificate. If it's been more than 2 years, send another reason as well because it's not going to be approved. USCIS is saying that after 2 years of the passing, that they no longer consider it urgent or humanitarian. No puedo hablar por mis braces. Los tengo muy apretados. Me lastiman. 2019, yeah, you need to add another reason. Jessica, you need to add another reason. You're welcome. Also, m.aim. Are you in our AOS group? Pueden hacer una cita con nosotros aquí en nuestra biografía. Está donde pueden hacerlo. Adri dice, thank you, God. I got it. Thank you so much for everything y'all do. I feel comfortable asking you guys questions. Thank you, Adri. Yes, that's what we're here for, to answer your questions. Dice, hi, Crystal. Dice, para volver a aplicar, ¿tienen un guide? Quiero volver a ir. Gracias. Sí. Sí puedes volver a aplicar, Mildred Martínez. Y también tenemos la guía en el grupo de Facebook. Si ustedes piensan que están en nuestro grupo de Facebook, asegúrense. Si no recuerdan, me parece que fue en junio, nos hackearon la cuenta. Entonces muchas personas no se han dado cuenta de que que ese grupo ya no existe. Así es que si ustedes piensan que están en el grupo, asegúrense, porque a veces dicen que es que me bloquearon o me borraron, pero no hemos bloqueado, no hemos borrado a nadie, sino que nos hackearon la cuenta y volvimos a comenzar de nuevo. Yeah, they say you actually helped me renew DACA online and made it so easy. Did you use the video that we have on YouTube? Do you know if they're taking longer for AOS? My husband is a naturalized citizen, and I have the 245I. User ended in 0563. I'm honestly not sure. But the processing time depends on where your case is at. They say, how long does it take for a Visa U process? El Mesa. For the Visa U process, I know it was taking about 5 years, but someone mentioned that it can take up to 15 years now. ¿Cuál es el grupo nuevo de la Facebook? Lo leí todo al revés. ¿Cuál es el nombre de la new Facebook? Es Dreamers2gether official. If I don't want to do AP, can I do through my husband since he's born here? What do you mean, Jessica, if you don't want to do AP? Do you mean if you don't want to do AP through your grandparents? Or do you mean... I don't know what you mean. Si no nos siguen aquí también en TikTok, pueden seguirnos. No sé qué más. I don't need any dental work, but my husband does. I got RFE for grave visit. I don't know what else. Imperfecta. Yes. I remember you, Imperfecta. How long ago has the grave... How long ago since the person passed? Any family members that belong to you? It's going to be hard, and because you only basically have one chance to send the RFE, I would say you can probably send your husband's, but you still need another reason. Jessica says, if I don't have any reason to do AP. Okay, Jessica, so if you're trying to do adjustment of status, you need that legal entry, so you need to do Advanced Pro. If you don't have that legal entry, then you're going to be consular process. That means you have to go to your place of birth, and you would have to be interviewed there. And if they find something for your inadmissibility, you could trigger the 3 or 10 year bar, even if you have DACA. Imperfecta 3 years ago. Okay, yeah, that's why they sent you an RFE. Add something else. Any work related purposes? Family members, anything? Said 245I with my husband as a petitioner. Went to Chicago, Illinois for AOS. Do you think AP would have been faster? 245I counts as your legal entry, so AP really wouldn't have helped you. User 0563, and they're probably saturated in that field office. How long ago has it been since you submitted your AOS? Hi, can you elaborate on people that have DACA but have a crossing record for multiple entries? Flores family. For AP, it doesn't matter. Now, when you're trying to do AOS, adjustment of status, that's when those entries will come in play. But for advanced parole, you can go ahead and do, if you have multiple entries, you can still apply for it. My grandpa passed while I was there in August. Now I want to apply to visit his grave. Can I, Veronica? You can try. I'm not sure if they would know you were there in August. But yeah, you can definitely try. The worst case scenario would be that they send you an RFE and you have to find another reason. Lisa, I sent my package for Advanced Pro. I'm very nervous. Don't be nervous. You're here. It'll be, just give it some time, about 4 months, and If everything was sent in correctly and you have a valid reason, you'll have an approval. Now, if they're missing something, they will definitely send you an RFE, request for evidence, asking you to send in more paperwork or whatever they're missing. Flores family, thank you. You're welcome. Okay, no more questions. So Yolanda will be live later. If you guys have more questions for her, she will be live later. I'm not sure what time, but she will be. Oh, I just sent it last week, but was wondering if they take long there at Chicago for AOS. I've seen anywhere from 6 to 12 months. Okay, I have my grandma that's sick, but doctors there where I am refuse any letters. Take her to another pueblito. It doesn't have to be the doctors in her pueblito. And they are moving pretty fast for June. Let's hope they keep it that way, because with Thanksgiving coming up and then Christmas, they're going to slow down. Nelly, can you answer my question, please? I don't see your question, Nelly. I'm sorry. Redo it, but make it shorter. If you did a very long question, it's not going to show up. I don't know. And you guys know what? We've gotten messages saying that TikTok has blocked some comments to protect everybody's experience, whatever that means. Dice, se podría volver a aplicar otra vez por la misma razón, Gris. Ejemplo, si tu abuelito está enfermo y sigue enfermo y su condición ha empeorado, vuelves a agarrar una carta actualizada y la mandas. Y sí te pueden volver a aprobar. Pero si fuiste a visitar una tumba y quieres volver a ir a visitar una tumba, lo más probable es que no. Del 2018 tienes que agregar otra razón, ya que si ya pasaron más de 2 años, te van a mandar un RFE pidiendo más evidencia, porque ellos no consideran que después de 2 años sea una razón urgente o humanitaria. Dice, ¿tienen guía para ajuste de estatus? Yes, somebody asked that about adjustment of status. We have it in the AOS group. It's AOS with Dreamers2gether official. What if I don't qualify for my AOS to be expedited? They'll let you know. ¿Cuánto tiempo se toma para renovar el AP? AP no se puede renovar. ¿Te estás preguntando de DACA? Porque Advanced Pro no se puede renovar. Tienes que volver a aplicar. Grace Sánchez dice, gracias por responderme, de nada. Adri, what's your question, Adri? I don't see it. Hi, I have a question. My dad was diagnosed with cancer, but his kidney was removed. What's your question, Janet? Guys, remember we have a one-on-one. If you need more personal help, you guys can send us a book through Calendly. It's for my sister, so if she tries to do AOS, she would have the castigo for 3 to 10 years, right? No. So you cannot do AOS without a legal entry. So your sister would not be doing the AOS. She would be doing a consular process. With consular process, if she goes to Mexico and if she's been here more than 180 days, If she's been here more than 180 days with unlawful presence, she has to have a waiver. So if all the waivers are not filed correctly, she could have a 3 to 10 year bar. Which is why we suggest everybody to do advanced parole first if she has DACA, so that she can do adjustment of status here in the United States and not have to go to her place of birth for an interview. If I receive an RFE, can I send another reason besides the when I initially applied for it? You can. Vida diaria dice, tengo IP, pero la carta dice que no me garanticen que me dejen entrar a USA. A todos nos llega esa carta, Vidi. A todos nos llega esa carta, solamente te están dejando saber, no te garantizan la entrada. Si tú cometiste algún crimen, traes drogas, no te garantizan la entrada. Si tú vienes bien y haces todo correcto, vas a estar bien. Lawyer did not send the medical exam till they requested. Do you think it will take longer? They will probably just ask you to bring that medical exam to your interview. Dice, Mom sent me a paper from his doctor a month ago, but I haven't sent the paper for AP. Can I do now? Go ahead and send it in ASAP. We don't recommend you send in the letter if it's more than 45 days old. Dice, I got multiple entries, but the officer told me he wasn't going to let me back in next time. Only this time. Chicano cowboy. If you came in through the border, walking or driving, honestly, the CBP officers there are very blindfolded, to be nice. With that AP, they're not very familiar with it, or they say they're not. I personally don't recommend you walking or driving. And it also depends. Some of the port of entries are more familiar with AP than others. But if you have multiple entries, fly next time is what I would tell you to do. This, I feel like AP is so hard when you don't have grandparents anymore. There's actually other reasons, Cat 1992. De nada, Vida diaria con Sandra. Vida diaria con Sandra. A todos nos llega ese papel. Solamente regresa vacunada antes de tiempo y vas a estar bien. Jorge, ¿cuándo nos vas a hacer TikToks de que te vas a ir para México? Una pregunta, David, pregunta. Bueno, 2 más minutos y ya me tengo que ir. Dice, hey, I sent my DACA packet on 2020 and I still haven't heard back. Can you give me a bit of info? Yes, so we posted a bunch of videos explaining why those applications have not been processed and approved. And it's because Texas ruling, DACA was placed on hold and those applications are not being processed nor are they being approved until further notice. Dice que se va de 9:27 a 11:11. No me dieron mucho tiempo. Algo es algo. Sí, algo es algo, Héctor. Y puedes volver a aplicar otra vez. Dice, ¿puedo solicitar el AP para ir al cumpleaños de mi papá? No, David. Lamentablemente no es una razón urgente o humanitaria y ellos dicen que no consideran el Advance Pro para vacacionar. Así es que vas a tener que buscar otra razón. Do I have to go to the specific city that I mentioned for my dentist on my AP? No. You leave on the 31st? Ok, creo que ya no tienen más preguntas. Bueno, pues al rato ya regresa Yolanda, le pueden hacer sus preguntas también. Dice, using an attorney for my AP, but they take forever. If I receive an RFE, can I send the info myself? Yes. So, Adri, if you receive an RFE, fire your attorney, get your money back, and respond to your RFE because that's why you're paying them. Sí, pueden ir a ver a su mamá si tiene diabetes. Bueno, pues los dejo entonces. Guarden sus preguntas para mañana y para el rato y vamos a contestarlas. Si no se han unido al grupo de Facebook, Dreamers2gether Official, si necesitan ayuda personal, pueden hacer una cita con nosotros. Pueden marcar al número 404-710-3911. Recuerden, cuando marquen